A very good afternoon to you and welcome to today's edition of Joy Business Masterclass. Masterclass is powered by Joy Business and is brought to us by Goyle. Goyle Good Energy, Goyle Yenara Yedia. Masterclass comes your way every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. and runs all the way through to 2:15 here on your superstation Joy 99.7. My name as always is Yaw Anim Barnafo and I'm glad to be your host for today's edition of Masterclass. Ghana Month continues here at Multimedia, and we continue to bring you conversations of people who have gone ahead and done their businesses in ways that helps Ghana to grow. We've gone out on the streets and want to hear the stories, real life stories of businessmen and women who have excelled in their field of endeavor, to tell us the story of their business journey and how that can help to inspire or motivate us. Today we'll be continuing in that light with this conversation here also. Another renowned Ghanaian who has done great things, great strides in entrepreneurship, to share his story with us to help us and inspire us to become great and greater. Before we continue though, we have another special birthday dedication going out to one of our very silent but ardent listeners, Chidima Brei Yankee. Chidima Brei Yankee, you're the head of corporate communications at Omni Basic, and it's your birthday today, and this dedication is coming to you from the board and management of Omni Basic and also from the team here at Joy Business Masterclass. We're very happy that you continue to support us and listen to Masterclass. Happy birthday and enjoy your special day. On the show today, we continue to promote our Ghanaian businesses and inspire our listenership to be able to also do something for themselves. Just to remind our listeners that we're streaming live on Facebook, on YouTube, and also on X. By all means, please do go there and watch us live. Here is a quotation from John Rampton, who is a visionary marketer. And according to his write-up, he says that he can see marketing trends before they happen. And here's what John Rampton had to say. John says that your customers are the lifeblood of your business. Their needs and wants impact every aspect of your business, from product development to content marketing to sales and to customer service. That's from John Rampton. We continue the conversation today. My guest for this afternoon is going to be sharing the story of his business journey with us. He is the CEO and founder of Nene, Glam and Eyes in Dubai. Nene, Glam and Eyes in Dubai. I'm not sure if you've heard about it, but if you have, your boys in the studio. If you haven't, today you're going to learn the story about his business journey, and we'll see how we can all become better for it. Maybe you're already in business, maybe you're looking to start, maybe you're at that point where you're having challenges and you're saying it's too difficult to do business in this country. Well, people have done it. Let's hear their stories and let's be motivated by it. My guest for the show this afternoon is Kingsley Kojo Aikins. Kojo, should I call you Kojo or Kingsley?
Kojo works for me.
Kojo, you're welcome to the conversation.
Thank you very much.
I mean, when I say young people, I don't mean super young people, but I mean our generation, doing things for themselves, making strides, impacting society. I'm super excited, and I see, especially the thing that excites me most is when I see those of our colleagues aspiring in business or excelling in business and also in leadership. Now, I see that recently a lot of our generation are going into leadership in the country, and I'm saying that for all the gold in Ghana and all the things we've been talking about, please make it count. Make it count not just for yourself, but make it count for the next generation who are coming in after us. But today we're talking about your business journey. First of all, I always like to make a connect.
I'm with you.
And so we're not going to do football. Let's do football. Which local team do you support?
Local
football team. GFA is listening.
House of Oaks. House of Oaks.
House of Oaks. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Which school did you go to? High school.
Thomas Secondary School.
So all the Temasco boys.
Yes, sir.
Your boys in the studio.
Yes,
Which year did you complete?
08.
2008.
Right.
Okay. All right. So your boys in the studio. So if you're not connecting on Hearts of Oak, you're connecting on
Temasco.
Okay. All right. Brilliant. The name of the company is Nene, Glam and Eyes in Dubai.
Okay. So the name of the company is actually Fragrances by Kings.
Fragrances by Kings.
Right.
Okay, Fragrances by Kings. Right.
And then the Glam is one of the products under Fragrances by Kings.
Tell me about it.
Yes.
Okay.
And
you have to keep reminding me because for some reason I got the name of the company wrong.
I'm with you. I'll make sure.
But that means that there are other products, are there?
Yes. So there are other products apart from the Glam.
Let's start from your business journey. We don't have a lot of time on the show today. Sort of summarize your business journey for us, how you started, where you started from. Let's start from the push.
Okay.
What pushed you to start in the first place?
I didn't like the feel of poverty.
Nobody does.
Yes.
Nobody does.
That has always been.
But what did
drive.
it do to you personally? It made you. How did you make you feel?
I feel I didn't get to enjoy most of the things I should have enjoyed at a younger age.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
felt deprived
Okay.
of those stuff. So to make sure that doesn't happen again, I had to take
You wanted to do something about it.
to make sure.
Without being too personal and revealing too much, what was your family circumstance? Your parents couldn't give you the things you wanted. You had
Okay.
to go out and do it for yourself.
So 1994, I lost my dad. I was very young.
God bless you.
That was when things turned around.
Right.
We used to be the rich kids,
Mhm.
and then daddy left, and then it became a different
Rude
story.
shock.
Yes,
Rude
back in the
awakening.
days, most of our moms were housewives.
Yeah.
So that was where the journey began.
And I think that this resonates with a lot of people who are listening, where
Right.
things were good and then suddenly things changed,
It goes,
and then they
yes.
had to do things for themselves.
Right.
Everything was done for you, and suddenly you had to do things for yourself.
Right.
Let's fast forward to business. How did you decide? Surely, Fragrances and Kings was not the first business attempt
Nope.
you made.
Nope.
Normally, you try a couple of times.
A lot of them.
What are some of the first?
So, my business mindset started from JHS,
Right.
where I used to buy Too Faced and Aikins CD, duplicate them and sell them to my classmates.
You were buying, and at that time they were on discs.
They were on decks. So I'll buy it, duplicate it on the computer, because my brother had a computer and a burner, buy empty CDs, bend them, and then sell it to them in school. Because most of them don't even know where to find them.
Right.
But lucky for me, I was exposed.
So did you do it because you like music, or you do it because you saw an opportunity?
So I saw an opportunity because they all come to school and talk about the Westlife songs, the blah, 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 because that was what they had access
I
to.
never want to say goodbye.
Right, those songs, man. So you come with the books and all that. I'm like, I can get you guys
The songs.
and then on CD and all that.
Now, where were you getting the songs?
So I was getting them from the guys on the street.
Right.
So I buy it from them, duplicate it on my laptop, then re-burn it to an empty disc, and then sell it back to them.
And the lesson here, very straightforward and shortly, is that everything you want to do is in plain sight.
Trust me. Trust me.
It's not hidden in the roof. It's not in somebody's pocket. It's not under lock and key.
No.
It's in plain sight.
No.
You've just got to be able to come to that point in your realization where you
Right.
see the opportunity
Right.
and you maximize it.
Right.
Because they were selling on the streets as well.
Yes.
But the boys didn't know this.
Nobody knows. And then during my high school days also, when I was young, I knew my dad was into production of belts. So when I got to JHS there was a belt in town that is like a two-faced kind of belt. So you can wear it front and back. Maybe
Yes.
black at the back, white at the front. I buy it, come to school, resell it, then go back, buy it again, resell it. So like you're saying, business in general, if you ask me, we don't actually generate anything new. It's something that's already in existence. You modify it and make it yours, and then find a way to.
And the principles are really the same: demand and
Right.
supply.
That's it.
Find the need and fix it. I know someone who used to sell toffees.
Right.
Toffees. And he knew that his friends loved toffees.
Right.
So he would just sell toffees at a certain rate. When he got more money, when he gets a salary, he divides it into 4.
Right.
He spends 1, saves 3. Then he created a loan scheme
Okay.
for his friends who didn't have financial discipline.
Thank you.
So when you come and borrow from him, it wasn't really much. He said, you bring it back 100%.
Right.
And they will bring it back. And if you don't bring it, he will collect.
You get it from you.
So identify a need and fill it.
Good.
Fast forward. What other business opportunities did you
So
try?
fast forward, I went into production of school bags. So I noticed that.
How are you doing it? You were
So-
a young boy. You had just finished school. How are you?
So my mom. So I have a history of my mom was a seamstress. That's how they call it.
Right.
Now fashion designing.
Right.
So I had an idea of how to use the machine. So I wake up one day going to school. Then I'm like, I see most of this. At that point, it was something clothing. He was very popular. One guy like that, something clothing. He was very, very popular. And I saw a sample of the bag he had. I'm like, I can do this.
Yeah.
I know how to do it. So I actually bought one of his products so I could get the measurement. Right. Came back home, got materials. I went to Kantamanto. They are my guys. If you mention my name there, they know me like the way we are here talking. Got materials from there, came back home, did a measurement, did a cutting, used my mom's machine to sew it. Then I came to Circle, right? The guys who do screen printing, because I
Yes.
hadn't started screen printing by then. So I'll take a school badge, develop a screen for it, and then print it on the bag.
Yes.
Right. The concept was I was going to introduce you to the headmasters. Right. So they will give it to the students, probably that they build them with it, and then I take my money after the term ends, or they pay me upfront to do the production. Because most of them wanted to have something with their names on it, but then they didn't have the time to go around.
A certain mineral drink brand did something in this country where they put people's names, their names on drinks, and everybody wanted the name.
Yes, just take the picture of it and then have it out there.
And you had this idea back in 2008.
No, that was this. I'm talking about is 2000, and I was still in secondary school, 2007.
Back in the day.
Yeah, and so those days also, I'll do it, send it to Mary. So Friday evening, when I close from school, straight to Kantamanto. I spent my whole Friday evening in Kantamanto because now I upgraded from screen printing to embroidery, where we customize your nickname, maybe baggy on a bag with maybe suede.
And I can imagine it will sell.
Man.
And you see, as you talk, the lesson I'm learning here for our listeners is that
right.
Your target market doesn't have to be the whole world. People say we can't compete with imports, we can't compete with China. You're not competing with the whole Ghana.
No.
Your circle where you are, your people boys, around. Your team, your Keep Fit Club.
Right.
What is it that they want? Now people are very lazy. They want to be able to roll over and say, I want X, I'm rolling over and it's here.
So I'll make it available for you.
Wow.
Right.
But okay, so from there, then you started this business.
No, so from there we moved to painting. I was a visual artist. You've
done quite a bit of...
Yes. So we moved to painting of artworks.
Right.
So that also, what I was doing is, I wasn't good at sketching. Right. So I would go out there, do the charge. Because I had an uncle who brings students from the US, Hartwick University, to Ghana for exchange programs with culture, like, you know, our whole, the Ghanaian culture stuff. So what I did was, there was a guy in my school called Stephen Wong. He was one of those Korean guys, very good at sketching, right?
Is Stephen still in Ghana?
Stephen is still around. He's one of the best, how do you call it, media guys in one of the private firms, and he's doing amazing.
Good afternoon, Stephen, if you're listening.
Right,
your boy's in the studio.
Very stubborn guy.
Okay.
Yeah, so I pay Stephen, he does the artwork, and I'll do the painting.
Right.
Then I sell it to the people. So my uncle managed to introduce me to them as the art center. So they didn't have to go all the way to the art center that we know. I set up, because we were lodging Kokobite.
Right.
I took a portion. I actually came to art center also, bought some artworks from them at a cheaper rate, set up the whole artwork.
It's called
there.
buying and selling.
Right. And that's what
and you're selling convenience, not the product.
Yes. They don't need to travel all the way.
Get cheaper somewhere. Go there and go and get it. Otherwise, then the price
it's
you pay
right
is the convenience.
Because I know exactly what you need. So it's
Exactly.
right in front of you.
Do you still do that?
I still do that.
Okay.
Everything I'm talking about, I haven't left it. It's still...
You're still doing it. It's all part of the business train.
Because basically what the concept I had was, find a business, grow it, and then look for people who can handle it in terms of employ the younger people.
I'll come back to this business.
Right.
Tell me about Kings and fragrances
so
and Kings.
Fragrances by Kings, Ice in Dubai, started from 2019, where everything we are talking about, after secondary school, I quickly moved into photography. I did photography and videography for 7 years.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, a young guy doing well, I decided to venture into transportation business, and that was when I lost it all, 2018, because it was a new venture. I mean, I'm always trying to do something new. Right. So I got into the business. It didn't go as planned, as we planned it on paper. That's something I had to learn the hard way. It never goes the way we planned it on paper. There always has to be miscellaneous rooms for error and all this stuff.
What happened? Do you want to share what happened?
So,
if it's not too personal.
No, it's not. I mean, it's just business. So I moved to MF Estate. And one thing everyone should know, and I urge everyone who wants to be an entrepreneur, should always be looking for problems. So when I'm working with you, if you're talking to me, I'm looking for problems.
Let's say that again, and let's say it slowly.
Right.
Whenever you're walking
around,
look for problems. And problems here is equal to
wealth.
Opportunity.
Yes.
It's equal to wealth.
Good.
It's equal to demand.
Yes.
So I'm not saying don't look for problems like that thing on
that would take you.
I like peace. I like
no.
It's not that kind of problem we're talking about. Problem equal to demand, equal to opportunity, equal to wealth.
Because a problem can enrich you. If you look at everything around us, everything we use, from our phones to our cars to our clothes, there are problems, there are needs. Right? Someone found the essence to make available for us in terms of supplying our demand, demanding what the demands we had, they made it available to us, right? And then they are enriching themselves by it.
Let me ask you this question, and again, it's just coming to me as you speak to me. We find that, and that's my personal observation, I may be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong. I find that when it comes to entrepreneurship in Ghana, we need a bit more work on the creative side of origination.
Right.
I doff my hat to those who have already originated, and I see a lot of young people do automation. When it comes to automation in Ghana, the kids are doing great. They're just not getting a push.
Yes.
I saw somebody who has designed a Ferrari.
Right.
He's actually used wood and cardboard to design and cut it out.
Yes.
And done the automation, and he drove it.
Right.
We're just not getting the support. So when it comes to automation,
Yes.
yes, we have great innovation.
Right.
But when it comes to general business, we're just copycats, and sometimes it bothers me. Speak to that for me for a second.
Okay. So you see,
How can we be different?
personal experience or from my personal preference or what I've gone through, right? I would say that we are left with very little to no room to have to be original.
Why do you say that?
Because it now moves from growing a talent to surviving.
It's a very fair point you make. Very, very fair point you make.
Because I personally left
when you're hungry, you can't think.
and funny face to say, come do over your answer.
But you see, I mean, you work with what you have, isn't it,
Right.
Kojo? So yes, when you're hungry, you can't think. But isn't that what should push us to rather be different? Because if you are the same as everybody, you can't be different. You can't distinguish yourself. You can't make more money than everybody else because you're copying everybody.
Right. So I'll talk about the copying everybody, and then I'll talk about my experience in Dubai, and then how fragrances by Aikins and Ice in Dubai came
Yes,
about.
tell me about it.
Now, when I lost everything in business in later 2018.
When you say you lost everything,
in business. So in terms of like the money I'd saved in photography over the years, I ventured into Okada and delivery and Uber. Right. I just didn't do it right. So from the guys stealing the bikes to overusing the bikes and buying their own bikes, my Uber car breaking down right after the grace period of the engine whatever ended. 2 cars broke down same week. So literally I woke up one morning and then everything was just in my face.
I asked you to tell me about the problem because somebody's listening and they probably have had the same problem.
Right.
And they're thinking, Charlie, this thing, I can't do it again.
Right.
What do we do? And don't forget what you're going to tell me about. I'm sorry I'm dwelling on this a bit.
Right.
But we're learning.
Yeah.
What do you say to people who say, I've tried to do business, I've helped people, I've got money. I know somebody who started a pure water business, they bought a machine at home. Charlie, by the time they found out the driver had built a house and things and the car was always in the workshop and the business just, what do you say to those people? I know we can talk about it forever.
Right.
But encourage somebody today.
All right. So I personally, what I have done with my businesses is most of my businesses are online. So there's less human contact. Right. For instance, fragrances by Kings. If you want to make an order, you buy it on the website. Website is connected directly to the bank, right? The lady in my secretary in the office will get a notification in the back office for an order. Hers is to just take the order and deliver.
So automate
Everything.
and
you're doing.
minimize the human contact.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because that is the only way corruption.
Okay, as you speak, another thing comes to me that creates a value chain. Don't do it alone. So
No.
if you're working with, it's like the Uber thing.
Right.
Work with other people so that they are there. People, nobody will steal from themselves.
No.
If you are bringing your own
Your
machine,
own car and then you want to steal your own money, that's your problem.
so automate
right.
and also try and create a value chain that involves other people.
Exactly.
Okay, those are the two things we're sharing. Now let's go back to the point you're going to make about your
Right.
business.
So I lost it all. Then I decided to relocate to Dubai. How did I lose it? I moved to MF Estate, like I said.
I can't help but poke that. I'm just being mischievous.
Go ahead.
You lost it all and you decided to move to Dubai.
Yes.
I'm going to repeat it. Listen
Right.
to what I'm saying.
Right.
You're not hearing me.
I hear you.
You lost it all
Dubai.
and you decided to move to Dubai.
Dubai.
Don't lose it all. You're running away from letters. Don't decide to move to Dubai.
So I'll tell you about that. And yes, it's mysterious because relocating to Dubai after you've lost it all is like,
That's it. Now who said that was that?
me watch me. My watch me. Madam for your tea will bear me witness. They have to
Right.
come to me to help me eat.
Okay.
Because me, I take a lot of risk. I take huge risk. Calculated ones. Most of them are not calculated. But even the ones that are calculated won't go as planned. But
Right.
to me, I feel like it's a part of the process.
So you were in a bind.
I was in a dark space where I didn't know what to do. But lucky for me, I had one car left. Right? My photography equipment, I went to do a job, came back home, very tired. I forgot to lock my car. Came back and then my equipment were gone.
Kai. You know, somebody said to me, it says, when it's raining, Akofa, it says, when it's raining, it pours. It's like, you first of all, you lose your bike, then
My
you lose
bike,
your cars,
yes.
and then you're owing people, and
Yeah.
then your photography equipment,
Yes,
you go and
yes.
do a job, which
And
they
then
haven't
come
paid
back.
you for, by the
No.
way. you fall asleep and they steal your equipment.
Yes.
That was some really pouring rain, wasn't it?
So people will call me, my friends, are you okay? Guys are coming home to check on me, because the state in which I was, anything could happen.
And I understand when you say anything. Anything in parentheses.
Anything could
happen. But God is faithful, isn't he?
Right. So one faithful day, I wake up in the morning, take my phone, and the first story I saw was a female friend of mine who I know is supposed to be in Ghana, but I see her in the midst of white people. Then out of curiosity, I'm like, Aku, where are you? And she's like, oh, I'm in Dubai. I'm like, what are you doing in Dubai? She's like, oh, she's working. I'm like, what? The Dubai I know, I was working so hard to go for holidays. I never knew people worked in Dubai.
I think in the last 10 years, there's been quite a bit of migration around the world.
Yes.
Quite a bit of migration. Yeah.
A lot.
I'll leave it there.
A lot. So I'm like, okay, Aku, if that's the case, I'm interested. Then we opened conversation, sold my last car. It took me a week or two to make up my mind, and I was out.
So the lesson there to those who are listening is that depending on what you want to do, leverage on your relationships
with other people around, because networking is very important.
You see, and as you're going about your business, you're meeting people, you're making friends.
Right.
It's important to be honest in your business and have integrity, because these are the same people who can make one phone call and save your business in the future. Yeah. Imagine that you had dealt with Aku, whatever the experience was, and it was a bad experience.
It wouldn't have happened.
She wouldn't be able to help you. So relationship is important in business.
In business.
Right. Let's go.
People will say, before I continue with my Dubai story, I always urge people out there who have ideas and probably don't have fundings, right? Always walk around with your business proposal in your pocket.
Have it on the ready.
Always. Because you might chance on someone who probably has $100,000 sitting somewhere and wants to put it into something. At that point in time, he's in that state of investing. If you don't capture that opportunity and then you leave and come back with that, it will be, okay, I'll get back to you.
I can't even... The point you're making is just so strong that... And I tell people, you're looking for a job, have your CV on the ready.
Right.
Have the information that will be required of you on the ready. Because like you're saying, the next minute they get a phone call and they are reappropriating that resource.
Exactly.
It's the same thing that comes with ideas. When you have an idea, write it down.
Yes.
Because you see, when my friend of mine said, when God gives you an idea, he has given it to 200 other people.
Yes.
It's just for one day. If you like, don't do it.
Yes.
In 3 weeks, 4 weeks, you'll see somebody else
doing the same thing. Similar. You'll be like, how is that possible? So people who know me will tell you I'm a mover. I move very fast. Very, very fast. Idea comes, we are executing it. I don't calculate the risk it will come with tomorrow, because believe me, no matter how you calculate it, you and I don't know.
Some people may not agree with you, but I'm excited about your story. Right. But I want to take a quick break from our sponsors. When we come back, we get interactive and we get our listeners to be a part of the story. But you will tell us the rest of the story.
I will do that.
This is Masterclass here on your Superstation. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Welcome to another episode of the Ghana Month edition of Showbiz News Flash, powered by Joy Entertainment. During this month, we take a look at some of showbiz industry's most iconic individuals and groups. I am Kofi Hayford. Today, we throw the spotlight on Ghanaian music legend Ebo Taylor. The veteran musician is a guitarist, composer, band leader, record producer, and an arranger in highlife and Afrobeat music. He was born in 1936 and stayed active in music for over 6 decades. Ebo Taylor's style employs Afrobeat, jazz, and funk. He is known for his influential roles in some music bands in the late 50s and had stints with many African musicians, including Nigeria's own Fela Kuti. Ebo Taylor also worked with high-life legends Pat Thomas, Jedouble Ambule, CK Man, and a host of others, while his works have been sampled by many hip-hop producers and musicians over the years, including R&B star Usher in 2010. He has over a dozen albums to his credit and has received various Lifetime Achievement Awards. Ebo Taylor, who has toured the world with his timeless music, is our Ghana Month icon of the day on Showbiz News Flash, powered by Joy Entertainment. Remember to keep up with us on social media using the hashtag Ghana Month on Joy. I'm Kofi Hayford. Joy Entertainment, we are large and in charge.
Your favorite on-air business development program, Joy Business Masterclass, is in session, and you can interact with us on Facebook via the Joy 99.7 FM or Joy Business pages. If you tweet, the handle is at Joy 997 FM or at Joy Business GH. Don't forget to hashtag JB Masterclass. You can also call us on 0302 216541 or send your questions and contributions through to the WhatsApp number 0551 111997, and our facilitators will address your concerns. Attention everyone, class is in progress.
Welcome back. If you've just tuned in, this is Masterclass here on your superstation Joy 99.7. We're interactive right now. Numbers to call 0302 216 541. That's 0302 216 541. You can also send us your comments on 055 1111997. If you're driving, please do not text while you drive. We definitely want you to arrive alive. But otherwise, give us a call on 0302 216 541. We're here in the studio with Kingsley, Kojo, Aikins, who initially I said he had only one company, but now I find out he has about 3 companies, and he's sharing his story with us so that we can be inspired in this Ghana month where we celebrate everything Ghana. Right. Just remind you that today's show is brought to us by Goil. Goil Good Energy, Goil Yenara Yedia. Good Energy brings you Goil Super XP, the ideal choice for most vehicles. It's flowing wah-wah at many Goil stations in the country. Just go fuel up your vehicle and enjoy the smooth ride with all the benefits. Goil Super XP is quality and gives you the correct choice when buying regular fuel. Goil Super XP is fortified with a special additive that gives longevity to your engine, makes your engine perform to the max using minimal fuel, and it is suitable for most vehicles. As you journey the road, look out for Goil stations with a Goil Super XP sign and go fuel up your vehicle. Goil Super XP, Ube Fili, Goil, Good Energy Goil. Yenara, yeah. Phone lines are now open. Numbers to call 0302 216 541. You can send us your comments on 055 1111997. We're here in the studio with Kingsley, Kojo Aikins, who is also a business startup entrepreneur, sharing the story of his business journey with us. Pick up that phone. Tell us, what's the story of your business journey? How have you started? How are you going on with your business? What are the challenges that you're facing? Let's inspire someone. Life is too short to make all the mistakes ourselves. Let's learn from each other. Numbers to call 0302 216 541 or send us your comments on 055 1111997. Kojo, Frequencies and Kings.
Yes.
So you ended up in Dubai.
I ended up in Dubai.
Let's continue as we wait for the phone lines.
Right.
Yeah.
2019, ended up in Dubai. My first job I did in Dubai was a cold storekeeper. I worked for a fish manufacturing company. So I was literally in charge of the guy going into the cold store and bringing out the fish for the plant to use for their processing.
Right.
And I did that for 8 months. And what I did was I found a way to grow in the field in which I found myself, because I knew I had potential, but they don't know me. So I had to find a way to grow.
To earn their trust.
Right. So one day, fast forward, I think 6 months into me working there, the group CEO came to give us a lecture on the new development on the company and all that. So when he was done, usually when they are done, I was working with the Asians, Nepal and all those people. They just clap and then that is it. They all say yalla, 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 thank you, and then we leave. But I raised my hands and I gave a vote of thanks.
Good, Aki.
You understand?
What's up, baby? Cool.
On behalf of me and my senior colleagues, we want to say a big thank you for spending time to. So the following day, he was like, who is this guy? Because in the 25 years of existence of the company, that has never happened. So he calls me to the office. My level of qualification, can I read and write? Can I use a laptop?
So I'm sure you spoke in French.
I mean, I did go. So one guy will say yes. He needs us in the company.
Yeah.
So quickly, he was like, I should resubmit my CV, which I did. And then I got promoted. I did that for 8 months. Then I'm like, you know what? Even if I become the group CEO or the HR in this organization, when I come back to Ghana, I can't do anything with it, right? Because that is not my original field. My original field is photography, right? So 8 months into being in Dubai, I started applying for jobs in the photography field. So 2019 December, I submitted my resignation. 7th January.
Had you got another job before you did?
Yes, I did. So 7th January was when I was starting my new job, and that was when my great probation.
What was it in?
So that was I was working with a company just like Jumia, where you can buy African food stuff in Dubai on. It was called Ojemia. So I was in charge of the photography and videography of the products we get from our vendors, and then also sometimes I do the listing on the site. Right. 3 months into the new job, because my idea was for leaving Dubai, was my exact words to myself: I am going to go labor, get money, buy my photography equipment, and come back to Ghana. Because I was part of the people growing up where I always say there's a lot of money in Ghana. We don't need to leave Ghana to make money until
True.
Whatever happens.
But you have to see it.
Right. I mean, if there's a structure where the young ones, youth, are able to get easy access to startup capital, trust me, we wouldn't have to travel to go and look for it.
Okay. Let's talk about startup capital for a minute. Right. You didn't necessarily get any help.
No.
You just had to find your way from bits and pieces, and then you gathered a bit of money.
Right.
If you're speaking to someone today who's in the same situation and they're not getting help, how should they proceed?
That's tough.
It's tough, isn't it?
Very tough.
Because, I mean, the banks are not going to lend you any money. You don't have any credit history.
You don't have any credit history.
Integrity is gone today, so people will still give you money, but there's only only people who know you will give you money.
Right.
And business is uncertain. So sometimes you're a really nice and honest person, but business is not honest. It's like the things you did. You put your money in it and it doesn't come back.
It doesn't come back.
But you still owe the money.
Right.
So how does a young person like that proceed?
You remember initially I made a statement where I'm like, walk around with your business proposal in your pocket. That is one opportunity or one process of finding funds, and never stop talking about that business. Never stop talking about that idea. If you meet someone and you greet the person, the next thing you're supposed to be talking about is that idea. Because if it's in your head, if it's in your mind, I don't know what's happening.
If you're visualizing it enough, you're talking about it enough,
that is the
you're
only
going to draw the similar energy.
That is the only way.
Yes.
Someone, not the person you're talking to, but someone also sitting next to the person you're talking to might be interested in your story, and they would probably want to throw a bit of funds. And then you take it from there. If you're lucky, you're able to jackpot and go and work out there, save money and come and do it. Lucky for you. But if you're here, you don't have access to traveling, you don't have access to funds. Position yourself in places where you can find people who have the money and might be willing to invest in the idea you have.
But always be ready with an answer when the question is asked.
Exactly.
I have a caller on the line. Good afternoon. You're welcome to Masterclass. Your name and where you're calling from.
Hey, my brother. This is Prof. Alawi. How are you?
I'm well, thank you, Prof. It's been such a long time.
It is.
How are you doing, brother?
We're good. Yes. And how's your guest?
Yes, indeed.
I'm doing amazing. Thanks for asking.
Well, grateful. Yeah, great, successful discussion. Yes. Honestly, I just tuned in before your last commercial break. And since you are talking about ideas and proposals, I just thought that I should chip in a word.
Indeed. Please go ahead.
And it is that the advice I give to my students is, ideas. I always say ideas are like babies. Each and everyone, wants to have a baby, but it's not each and everyone who can handle a baby properly.
Correct.
So what it does means is that anytime an idea springs up, in terms of business establishment and whatever, I've always advised that you keep it a little to your chest, develop it before you're able to share out. So I agree with him. You can have your CV, you can have whatever, be ready to share, but be careful of who you actually share it with.
Right.
So that's the little contribution that I make.
Right. Thank you so much, Prof. Thank you for listening and thank you for calling. All right. Cheers. You were commenting on his point.
Yeah, I agree with him. Be careful who you share it, because somewhere 2010 we submitted an idea to a popular radio station, and the next year our event had gone live with a different name, same concept.
Eyes in Dubai. Let's talk about Eyes in Dubai. What do you do?
So Eyes in Dubai is basically a travel and tourism company, and that helps people to travel from all around the world to Dubai, specifically Dubai. Dubai, yeah. Okay. So if you're somewhere out there, you're looking at enjoying a bit of your money in Dubai, we are the right people to talk to, because we've had
Dubai too is quite the destination these days. So.
Yeah, we've had opportunity to host the likes of Bolare, Sarkodie, Wendishi, Samini, all the top guys.
When you say host them, while they're there, you help them with the movement and
so
where to find what,
transportation,
best deals, ticketing, stuff like
everything, basically
best food.
Yes. start to finish.
Right.
That is what we do with Ice in Dubai.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So if somebody's looking for you, where do they find you?
So I'm on Instagram as Ice in Dubai. Your Ice in Dubai. And then Facebook Ice in Dubai. YouTube Ice in Dubai. TikTok Ice in Dubai.
Okay. Obviously, this service comes at a premium. Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Is this affordable for people who say, Charlie, I'll have to save small money
To come
I
there.
just have my. There's a joke I used to tell. There was a French person who we organized a trip back in the day,
Right.
and they had to pay 100 cedis, and they said, they say, yeah, how much is it? I said, it's 100 cedis. He said, everything, my eat and my drink, 100. I said, yes, your eat and your drink.
Right.
So, the charge that you give, is it all encompassing?
Yes, so we do an all-inclusive package for all our clients.
Okay.
And then what we do is, with my firm, we have a consultation session where you tell us what you want to do, because we all see Dubai on the screens differently. Because I won't tell you, give me a certain amount and I'll take you to Dubai. But I might take you to a part of Dubai where that is not what you want to see. So if we have that interaction with you...
You know, it's interesting that people think that the UAE is all Dubai, isn't it?
No.
There's seven
Seven states,
Emirates,
yeah.
including Dubai.
Yes, Sharjah, Dubai, Ajman, Omar Queen, Ras Al Khaimah, Fujairah, Al Ain. Yeah,
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi, correct.
I see.
Yeah.
I'm sure that we have learned something today.
Right.
Apart from Abu Dhabi and Dubai.
We know the rest.
So walk me through a typical process. Like someone comes to you and then you help them. Walk me through your whole enchilada.
Okay, so a client reaches out. Most of the time I get my inquiries from Snapchat or Instagram. I reach out to the person, we exchange our phone numbers, and the first question I ask in particular you're looking at doing in Dubai, is there any particular activity, is there any particular hotel you're looking at staying, is there any airline you're looking at flying with, first class, business class,
I'm answering all the
economy?
questions in my head as you are talking.
Right. Do you get it? So once you're able to tick all those boxes for me, now I will go to the drawing board, check rates, and then get back to you with an all-inclusive proposal: visa, flight, accommodation, transportation.
Visa?
Yes.
I'm sure people will be interested in that bit.
Right.
And you heard it here on Masterclass for the first time that you can actually have an all-inclusive package like
Right.
this.
Yes.
With Ice in Dubai.
Ice
you heard
in
it here on
Dubai.
Masterclass.
Right.
Do they
Here
get a
first.
discount when they mention Masterclass?
I'm sure we can do something beautiful.
Okay, let's have a chat with the producer on that.
Right.
Okay, so go on.
So once we do that for you, we give you a price based on what you want to do. So if you feel it's a bit above your budget, based on what you give us, are you willing to take certain
But
things
you don't
out?
come back and say Sikana Anso.
Davey.
And I say assistant.
Davey.
Okay.
I only come back and tell you that. But okay, so we change of price. This is what happens. Hotel and flights, right, is based on the date of travel. So let's say if you're traveling on the 15th,
That makes sense.
it would, as it gets closer, the prices increase.
That makes
So usually our transactional rate with our clients, maximum 3 days, we close it to make sure you're still around the same price we give it to you. Yes.
Right,
Because
You
we just have a service fee we charge for assisting you. So we're basically just assisting you to see your Dubai the way you want it.
Yeah.
Right? So we have a service fee. But everything else that we charge you is based on the internet prices.
Do you have an office in Ghana?
Yes, we do.
Obviously, so that you can do the liaison between here
Right.
and
So it's our office is located at Airport West Hotel.
there. Okay.
Yeah.
When you say Airport West Hotel, you notice I caught my breath. I'm wondering whether we can afford it.
Oh, you can.
Charlie, because a lot of these students, they want to go to Dubai.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we got them. That is why we are
Maybe it's
here.
my father who is paying for it. He doesn't have consultation.
Oh,
They are paying for my Emirates
no.
ticket, they are paying for my hotel. You're not going to pay consultation.
So the consultation fee is free, but we only charge a $50 because we don't want time wasters to reach out to us, because you know how much.
But Dubai, dear Charlie, you won't get time wasters. So it's quite the destination.
We've had a few since we introduced the consultation fee. It reduced the people who just call just to have a conversation to people who are actually willing to travel.
And how old is this business?
Ice in Dubai, I gave birth to it early 2021, so 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
How's it doing in terms of return on investment?
So Ice in Dubai is funding, you mentioned 3 businesses, but Ice in Dubai is funding the other 4 businesses that is running.
Right.
Yeah. So that's that.
Then it's doing pretty well for
Ice in
itself.
Dubai is doing.
Give me a range of performance percentage. Don't give me figures.
Right now, I'll say we are around 85%.
Profitability.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
In 4 years.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
And it's a kind of business where you don't really need to make a lot of inputs from the beginning as well.
No.
It's just the way you structure
Friends
it.
and family.
Once it comes in, friends and family, and then the people keep recommending it.
Right. And these days, with the help of social media, you can easily pay an influencer to make noise about what you are doing, and then boom.
based on the traffic that you generate, do you get special deals with your value chain service providers like the hotels, the transport, the taxis, the theme parks?
Yes.
Just because they're dealing with ICE in Dubai, do they get a certain discount?
Yes. So we do get discounts on everything we do in Dubai. That is what makes that we are not too expensive, because the reason why ICE in Dubai came about was I noticed people come to Dubai, right? But when you're having a conversation with them, or when I post a picture of myself, they go like, "Is this in Dubai?" Right. So initially, it wasn't ICE in Dubai. It was my personal page. That was World Traveler. Now, a friend of mine made a funny comment when I named my page World Traveler. It was like, World Traveler, you're only traveling in Dubai. But believe me, Dubai is the world, because everybody is there.
It's a melting pot.
Right. So I use myself as point of contact to go to nice places, take pictures, and post them online. So you get people reaching out and actually, where is this in Dubai? And I'm like, when you come, you can pay me something small. I'll take you there. Now, ICE in Dubai also came about because after COVID, I wasn't getting a photography job. So I decided to create a job that will employ me. So when you've listened to any of my introductions, I go like, my name is Kingsley Kojo Aikins, representing ICE in Dubai. So it took like 2 years for people to know I actually own the business.
Palm Beach Jumeirah, this is in Abu Dhabi or Dubai?
Dubai.
People say sometimes that the tolerance levels for the melting pot and other cultures in the UAE are only in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. You can walk on the beach with a bikini in Dubai and all that. You won't try it in where?
Fujairah.
How true is this?
Abu Dhabi is more okay. So this is it. For me, if you ask me, I'll tell you that based on where we send our tourists, they would have to encounter anything of being somewhere that they don't have to, or dressing inappropriate.
If they're with you, they're safe.
If they are with me, yes, because I have mapped out a city and I know where you, a tourist, you're supposed to be, and where residents are also supposed to be. So I won't find you going to the local market wearing a bikini. I won't do that for you. But if you're going to the beaches like you mentioned, Palm Jumeirah, 5 Palm, JVC, I mean, that one you can feel free.
I wish we could do this forever, but my time has run out.
Right.
Talk to someone who's listening today who wants to start a business or who has started and has hit a brick wall, who doesn't know what to do. Just speak directly to them, encourage them. And then when you're done with us, tell us where to find you on social media. And if you have a contact number, please put it out.
Okay. So, everyone listening to me, my word of encouragement to you all is hitting rock bottom in business is a part of it. It is a part of it. It's part of the. At this point in time, if you ask me anything, I'll tell you I like to fail than to win, because failure has taught me a lot in the businesses I am doing. Most of my friends say I'm fearless these days. It looks like I take everything to heart because of what I've learned. Now, if you're doing a business and you hit rock bottom, don't focus on where you are. Focus on the journey. Sit back, reflect on the journey. The journey will teach you so much. Losing is just one. It's just one point. Like, I have lost. That is it. Lost. That is it. But before you lost, you had a bit of wins, right? So when you sit back and you reflect on the journey that got you to the point before you lost, you realize that, okay, it was avoidable. But usually when we are caught in the moment and we are trying to make it work, we overlook a lot of signs. The signs are there, but we overlook it. If it happens, don't feel alone. Speak to someone. Have a mentor, because all our mentors, they've had the worst parts of business, but the urge to keep going and do more, and always believe in whatever you have. And
where do we find you on social media?
So social media, I'm on Instagram.
Eyes in Dubai.
Eyes in Dubai. And then if you're finding it difficult to find me, just type my name, Kingsley Kojo Aikins, on Google, and everything about me will pop up.
But I think people can remember Eyes in Dubai.
Yes.
Same thing on Facebook.
Same thing on Facebook.
Are you on TikTok?
I'm on TikTok as Eyes in
Dubai.
Yes. And then if you want to reach out to us on WhatsApp.
Let me give you a warning before you put your personal number out, because your phone will not stop ringing. Is there another number you want to put out?
Then I guess my secretary is in trouble.
Okay. So whatever number you're going to put out, it will stop ringing.
All right. So our office number 053 572 8879. I repeat again, 053 572 8879.
Thank you so much, Kojo. I wish we could keep doing this, but my time has run out. That's all time will allow us. This has been Masterclass here on your Superstation Joy 99.7. We've been here in the studio with Kingsley, Kojo Aikins, who has 4 companies, the strongest of which is Eyes in Dubai, and he's been sharing the story of his business journey with us. God willing, next week we come your way with yet another exciting edition. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you same time next week.